Alright, it's been a while. Welcome back to Turn Complete. So, clear a few things up. Sorry about the delay. I was, well, resuscitating my computer from the depths of it collapsing in on itself. But, so yeah, I had a bunch of computer issues, which is very ironic, but I got it working, fixed the stuff that was breaking. It's fine now. Well, it's not fine, but it's functional. I was also busy with school, so there's that. But one thing I'd like to clear up, so someone pointed this out on the first video, Gelfor pointed this out, that I called back in, let's see, which level was it? NAND gates, like down here. Not NAND. Okay. I called the NAND gate Turing complete. It's not. That is incorrect. The NAND gate is what could be called a universal gate, meaning you can make any logical thing from it, but it is not Turing complete. That is not what that means. I used that word wrong, so there's that. Quick little correction for you. Anyways, on this one, I'm gonna go with these four, because these four are weird. So I'm probably just gonna do just these four for this one, because I don't actually remember what it is, but I remember it being very odd. Alright. Hold on, let me. Magnificent. In our education system, we traditionally teach by tricking students into doing the wrong thing and then teasing them. That's kind of how a lot of teachers work. I'm not sure if it benefits the students, but teachers love it. Yeah, I believe it. Create a circular dependency. This is a circuit where the input of a component relies on its own output. In a circular dependency situation, it is not possible to determine the output of the component, because you would first need to determine the input, which relies on the output, and so on. Hence, circular. This state is normally not allowed in other levels, but in this level the goal is to create it, so you understand what it is before going forward. Oh. So yeah, this is there. Circular dependency. This is a whole chicken and the egg scenario, right? You can't know what this NAND gate is outputting because its output depends on its input, even if I did like this, right? You have no way of knowing. Though in theory, I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. Involving at least two components. Well, I just had that. What do you mean? What do you mean no? You mean like this? Fine. Alright, so that's circular dependencies. Delayed lines. This level introduces the delay line component. Takes its input and outputs it one tick later. Construct a circuit that outputs the same as the input, just delayed by 2 ticks. What the heck is this? You get a clock? I don't remember this. Placing the clock will divide ticks into 2 phases. The clock is off in the early phase and on in the late phase. All memory components load in the early phase and save. Oh, well, this is the delay component. So, 2 delays. That ought to... See how that works? They just are like a wire, but they take a tick. That is to say, a clock. If you watch the clock. Interesting. I don't know why they give you a clock for this. Anyways. Maybe these aren't the 4 levels I was thinking of that are confusing. We'll see. Previous level, we learned how we don't allow circular dependencies. Now you must learn the one exception. Hold on, I am recording. Good. Now we must learn the one exception. Yeah. The delay line is allowed to depend on its own input. This is because of its input does not influence the rest of the circuit until the next tick. Square pins in the game never affect the output in the same tick. They therefore never cause circular dependencies. Input is always going to be 0. Can I just use a clock for this? Hold on, I think. Cannot, obviously, but no idea how this, okay, I don't know how this clock component works. I've never seen it before. So this is the level I was thinking of. I need to this on and this. Oops. Connect this. Oh wait, but then how does it start? If I make this a NAND. There we go. That's what I wanted. See, now it's on, so it's going to output and turn it off. Yeah, there we go. See, that's weird. See, it's completely independent of the input. So this is a state machine of types. All right. Okay, so that was not as complicated as I was remembering. So I'll probably do a few more. All right, the bit inverter. We're experimenting with how backgrounds influence cognitive function in Earthlings. When invert is high or on, output the opposite of value. Otherwise, just output value as is. What is value? This is value. So I'm outputting value. Or okay, so when invert is on, it needs to be the opposite. So which one of these gives the opposite? This is just an XOR gate. It's always just an XOR gate. It's always an XOR gate. Why is every component an XOR gate? Despite the funny background, we figure out this is just the XOR gate in disguise. Yeah, thanks. Input selection. Even though he did not pass our test, we decided to keep the dog. Unlike most Earthlings, he's fluffy and follows simple instructions well. We might want to team you two up, since you complement each other's shortcomings well. There are a lot of fluffy Earthlings. I don't know what you mean by that. All right. When the bit selector input is off, output byte A, otherwise output byte B. Okay, this is just a this is very straightforward. Where's the there it is. Do it like this, make it look all perfect. See how that works? It just two 8-bit switches, and when it's on, turns this on, and when it's off, right, it turns this on. It's yeah, pretty simple. All right, saving gracefully in the bus. The delay line only allows us to save a value for one tick, but sometimes a component that can save a value for longer periods of time is useful. We want you to build such a component. Oh, this is the one I was thinking of. Yeah. In this level, you have two inputs. The first input is on, update the saved value. The second input is the value. always output what is currently saved. This is a diagram of the component we want you to build. So the value is going to just be here. And it's going to be a circular dependency, but not like directly to it. So this truth table just confuses me every time I play this level. I don't care about it. I just need so there's a value here. Do I have a selector? I need a mux. I don't actually need a mux. Why is it giving me a clock? Was this clock always here? Am I going insane? I've confused myself already. Okay. Alright, there's going to be a switch, and the save bit is going to enable the switch. So that allows this to come through. It also is going to be a switch, and it's going to be that's the wrong one. It's going to be the inverse of this, right? So now only one of these, and this will be what it feeds into here. Okay, well, that didn't mean to do that at all. See, so now, if save is on, then this gate becomes the new save value. That is, don't save, is nothing. That's the new state. But then, save is off, it's just repeating this value with not a care in the world for what this value is. So if I do this, it should be on the next round. Oh, let me just run through it. Yeah, okay. Got it, I got it. See it, just a couple. It's a simple circuit, but it definitely takes a little bit of thinking. There's a name for this component. 1-bit memory, I guess. I guess that's all it is, yeah. I think there's a name for like an actual name, not. Anyways, the bus. I already went over what a bus is, but this level has 2 bytes input and 2 bytes output. Your goal is to copy from one of the inputs to one of the outputs. The first bit input determines which input you should copy from. The second bit determines which you should output to. Check this in. Oh, dude, easy dub. But then this bit selects. Yeah, it gives me 2 inverters for that exact reason. See, this selects which of these it's allowing in, and then this selects when it's outputting. Is this? Ooh, I think I inputted it wrong. Copy from input 1 to output 0. That's what I'm doing. Oh, input 1. Input 1. Got it. So I need the other inverter on the other side. Whatever. Perfect. Alright, so onwards. Okay. Yeah, buses are. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's probably. I'll do one more. Saving bytes. This is pretty. This builds right upon it. Create a circuit that can save or load a byte. When the first input is on, load the memory and send to the output. When the second input bit is, save the input byte. Output has an enable pin. Enable it only on load. Nice. Okay, so this is just a splitter. Then I need a 1, 8. And then I'm going to do a There's no clean way to condense, is there? Actually, I think I might have found it. I lied. There's a clean way to do this. Okay, okay, well, let's make this. That looks about even. Save value, save enable. What the hell is this? I just built this circuit. What does it do? Oh, yeah, you turn on in it. Okay. So these just need to go to the save value. I'm confused. Okay, wait, when this says, so obviously this save bit just needs to, I'm gonna change the color of this wire, make it red. Oh wait, hold on, someone suggested a keybind. Oh, I'm not gonna look for it right now. Someone showed a key. Anyways, does this just go to this? I don't actually know. Yeah, that's all that meant. Cool. So I unlocked the 8-bit register. Now that's an important element. All right, onwards. So that is going to be all for now. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully the next one won't take nearly so long. But no promises. Things get busy. Thanks for watching.